The galaxy had its own way of sorting species. It's not by intelligence or culture, not by art, beauty, or language. It's sorted by teeth and claws, by the mass of warships in orbit and the willingness to use them. By that measure, humanity barely registered 47 colony worlds, a defensive fleet that could charitably be called adequate. No enslaved races, no conquered systems, no legacy of orbital firestorms. In the equations of the Galactic Dominion, humans were a rounding error. Ambassador Era Voss knew this as her shuttle drifted toward Thrax's station, the center of Dominion power. The structure was so vast it generated its own weather, so ancient that entire civilizations had risen and fallen since its first corridor was welded into place. She sat rigid in her seat, hands flat on her thighs, spine pressed back as if bracing herself against gravity alone. 43 years old, brown hair cut short out of impatience rather than style, a face some called plain until they looked closely. Others, striking. She wore the dark blue formal uniform of Earth's diplomatic corps. On her left lapel, a simple silver pin, a circle. No weapons, no beasts, just a shape. Other species had laughed at it when humanity first stepped onto the galactic stage. 11 years earlier, across from her sat Commander Rohr, her aide. He looked like a man assembled from spare military parts, broad shoulders, a jaw like a ledge, eyes that tracked motion the way targeting systems tracked incoming fire. He hadn't spoken in 40 minutes. Silence was something he treated like a resource, not to be wasted. The shuttle passed through Thrax's outer defense ring. Ara watched the tactical overlay. 48 weapons platforms, each capable of reducing a moon to rubble. How many are aimed at us? She asked. Rohr didn't look up from his datapad. All of them, Ambassador. Lovely. They docked. The airlock opened. The smell hit first recycled air breathed by 10,000 species, layered with the chemical bite of overworked scrubbers. Thrax's station smelled like a hospital waiting room the size of a continent. Their escort was waiting. For Varaxian. Soldiers in black armor that looked grown rather than built, helmets revealing only pale yellow eyes slit like knives. The Varaxians sat at the top of the food chain, 7 feet tall, scaled skin in deep blues and grays, 4 arms, 2 legs, bone. Structures that made grappling pointless. They had conquered 62 species in the last 1,000 years and ruled the Dominion the way a landlord ruled a decaying building, just enough maintenance to keep it standing. Just enough threat to keep everyone quiet. The lead soldier looked. Down at Era. Ambassador Voss. That's me. You will follow. Ruhr's hand twitched at his side. Not toward a weapon, none were permitted here but from the memory of reaching for one. A phantom itch. They walked. The corridors were built for Varaxians, high ceilings that echoed, wide passageways stripped of decoration. No art, no windows. Function without beauty and fear built into the design. Other species pressed themselves aside as the escort passed. Era kept her eyes forward. She had been briefed thoroughly: names, alliances, grudges, mating histories, preferred execution, methods. She knew the chamber layout. She knew the exits. She knew they weren't real. The council chamber was a vast circle of tiered seating around a central floor reserved for petitioners. Anyone who stood there was meant to feel small. Ara stepped onto it and felt the weight of 1,000 eyes. 12. Delegations sat in judgment. Only one mattered. High Commander Dravik sat at the apex, positioned so every petitioner saw him first and last. Old by Varaxian standards, old enough to have killed everyone who'd tried to replace him. His scales had faded to silver gray. His posture radiated the calm of something that hadn't feared death in centuries. Ambassador Voss, he said, voice carrying effortlessly. You have requested an audience regarding your border colonies. You have 5 minutes. Bob. Off province on ride son was once in the last 14 months, Varaxian vessels have entered sovereign human space 9 times. You've established forward bases on 3 worlds within our borders. 11,000 civilians displaced, 47 killed. She paused not for drama, but because the number still hurt. We filed 9 formal protests. Received no response. Asterisk amusement rippled through the chamber. Dravik remained still. Asterisk, I am here to deliver a message from Earth's United Council. This is not a request. It is a warning. Asterisk silence. Then laughter. It rolled through the tears. Different sounds, but the same meaning. Asterisk era didn't move. Withdraw within 30 standard days. Turn our people. Compensate the dead. If not, Earth will consider this an act of war. The laughter intensified, then stopped abruptly when Dravik raised a hand. You are brave, he said mildly. Or foolish. Asterisk, I'm told. Those are the same where I come from. Asterisk, something flickered behind his eyes. Not respect, but recognition. Asterisk, your warning is rejected, he said. Those territories are now ours. Asterisk Ara nodded. Then one final statement. Make sure it's recorded. Asterisk, she looked into the broadcast lens. To the people of Earth, I came to offer peace. It was refused. Remember this, asterisk? Dravik stood. What did you say? Asterisk, we warned you. Asterisk, he descended until he towered over her, shadow swallowing her whole. He plucked the silver circle from her lapel and crushed it in his fist. Asterisk is, will your species? Asterisk, a shot fired. Pulse bolt struck Era in the back. She fell. Asterisk roar was there instantly. She was dying. She pulled him close and whispered 2 words. Asterisk, he stood, lifted her body and carried her away. No one stopped him. Asterisk 12 hours later, Earth went silent. Asterisk 3 weeks after that, the Vraxian 4th Fleet vanished in the Kepler corridor. No distress. Call no debris. Only a looping broadcast. A human woman's voice. Calm and familiar. Asterisk, we warned you. Asterisk then light. Then nothing. Asterisk and across the galaxy. For the first time in a very long time, the predators began to listen to the silence.